I'm starting to think I shouldn't have done this video while I was hungry, because I'm not going to get through it because I'm just going to be eating the entire time. Wow, this is so weird. I haven't actually made a video in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, many months since I've made a video. So excuse me if I'm a little bit awkward, excuse me if I'm a little bit unorganized and a little bit scatterbrained. I've been like that for the last 4 months. This video isn't going to be so detailed as much as just kind of like, hey, I'm alive kind of thing. So I decided the best way to make these videos was just to make not just one video, but multiple videos. He's so cute. So it just wasn't one long video. So it, Apollo, I'm so distracted right now because both my dogs are really distracted. This video is going to be short, simple, and sweet just because I don't want y'all to get lost, because there's so many things I want to talk about, and I want to be able to talk about all this stuff, and I don't want to waste your time as well. But first, I have to eat a chip. This video I'm just going to talk about the weeks leading up to the deployment, and then my situation through this deployment, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that, because I don't want to get too detailed into it, because then y'all are just going to be confused and lost, and it's just going to be kind of like, a 2-hour video. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. Y'all don't want that. Y'all probably don't even want this video. If we're being real, I'm not making this for you. I'm making this mostly for me, because I am a wonderful thing called an introvert, and we introverts need a way of letting all our feelings and thoughts out without actually having to talk to people to stay sane. And this is just my outlet, is making videos and posting them publicly, because I do have a lot of friends and family that are either associated with the military somehow, or just curious. And so if I do help someone through these videos, or they find them interesting, that's like a bonus. But this is literally just for me, so I can like stay sane, I guess, if you will. When I noticed. Okay. I know I've been saying I'm gonna get to it, but these chips and salsa are so good. I actually buy like an individual bigger salsa, but then they don't give me more chips for the big salsa I get, so I run out of chips, and then I have all this leftover salsa, and I'm like, doesn't it make sense to give me chips if I order a big salsa? It's too late now. I'm starting to think I shouldn't have done this video while I was hungry, because I'm not going to get through it because I'm just going to be eating the entire time. Okay. For real, get into the content right now. I've put my salsa up until I've said what I need to say. Isn't that right, Apollo? He's so cute. I don't actually remember like exact dates. Like, sorry, I don't keep up with stuff like that. I can barely keep up with what day it is. I guess it was towards the end of May when everything kind of was like happening. But we just had a whole lot going on the first couple of weeks before he deployed. The end of May, he had to get some kind of certification like forward deployment, and so they sent him to Florida for a week. I wasn't really able to talk to him at all, and it was fantastic. When you know your significant other is about to leave you for 9 months, you're gonna want to talk to them as much as possible and be with them and as involved as you possibly can with them before they deploy. And it was just like, wow, you're about to deploy and I can't talk to you. Cool. We got through it. He came back and we literally turned around, flew to Puerto Rico, and we were in Puerto Rico for a week. with no distractions, you know, no Xbox, no dogs, no friends, no family, just us time. And I'm so grateful that we were able to do it, because we booked this trip and paid for it, and we didn't even know if he was going to be able to go. Like, if you know anything about the military, just because like you have plans doesn't mean that's how it's gonna happen. They don't care if you have plans. They'll be like, oh, we need you to go here, we need you to do this, we need you, so you can't go on your trip that we've already paid for. Like, that was probably not smart on our part. He was able to go, and it was an awesome trip, and I'm really glad we did it. Then we came back from that trip, we slept for a few hours, we woke up, and then we drove 9 hours. Well, I don't know if I drove a little bit. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe he drove all the way. Who knows? It was so long ago. I don't even know what my husband smells like anymore, and not gonna cry. That's why I'm making this video when I'm making it, so I can get through it without crying. But yeah. So we drove 9 hours to Alabama just for a couple of days, just for him to be able to like see his family one last time before he deployed. Then we drove all the way back, and then we had a day together before he had to leave for Normandy. And we went to Normandy because he got invited to do the D-Day jump. And if you don't know what that is, it's a really big thing to be invited to do that. It's a really big honor. And so, of course, he wasn't going to pass it up. So he went, and he was gone for about 12 days, I think, and then he came back. And then once he came back, we had a week together, and that week went by so fast just because we had so much to do. That week was literally packing all our stuff up, and it was so depressing. Like, moving and packing in general is just so stressful. I hate it. Being a military wife, I say that I hate moving and packing, blah, blah, blah. Surprise, Sterling, that's kind of what you signed up for. But it's even worse when this moving and packing doesn't result in y'all getting like a new place together and being able to like unpack and, you know, decorate together and stuff like that. This was like the most depressing packing I've ever done in my life. It's like packing up all our crap and being like, wow, this is like packing up my life for the next 9 months, and I'm not gonna see it again for 9 months, and I'm not gonna see him again for 9 months. And then it's just like I'm sitting there wrapping little trinkets that I've gathered in my lifetime of 21 years, crying, just sitting on the floor crying. And I honestly didn't pack that much just because I was in denial. I was like, this is just not happening. My life is not about to get unrooted and just explode. It was just, everything was so surreal to me, and I feel like he felt the same way, but I can't really talk for him. I can't believe you're leaving me. Yes, I know, I'm dramatic. Like, he doesn't have a choice, Sterling. This is y'all's life. He signed up for this. You signed up to be married to him. Yes, I know that. I get that. But let me have my dramatic moment. Any day now, any second now, can someone call me and tell me this is a big fat joke? But it wasn't. It's real. He's all the way in the desert, and I'm here eating salsa and chips. Well, I'm not even doing that. What is life? I actually had to leave to go to Europe before he deployed. So I didn't get to see him off. And I don't know if that's actually a thing, like where you are able to like watch your husband leave. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's not what I did. I went to Europe. I know that sounds so terrible, but this trip was planned ahead of time before we had a definite you're deploying. So, and that's just like a lot of money not to go. In that moment, I hated it because I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish moving all our stuff into the storage unit with him. I'm not going to be able to be with him on his last days when he needs me. I mean, if you're a spouse or if you have a loved one, you just know you want to be there when your loved one is going through something, a big change. You want to be there for them, and I wasn't, and that killed me. But I went to Europe anyways. And I'm glad I did, because that made the first few weeks of deployment easier. I'm not going to say easy, and I'm not going to say fun, because I definitely believe I would have had a better experience on this trip if I knew I was going to be able to come home to my loving husband. But I was going to be coming home to not even my home, to Alabama, and like living in someone else's house with someone else's stuff, which is just a whole nother thing. I did have my dogs though, so I left that week, and I left with all my stuff and both dogs, and I drove by myself 9.5-ish hours to Alabama. I went to Europe. While I was in Europe, he deployed. Basically, when I came back from Europe, I came back with my family, so I came back to Alabama, and I had all my stuff that I needed for this 9 months. So now I'm here living in Alabama. I'm gonna make more videos talking about like more of my feelings through this whole deployment, how I've been, what I've been up to, what I've been doing, what I regret, what I've learned, all that juicy, great stuff. It's more for me, but if someone gets something out of it, that's awesome too. But I think I'm gonna end it here, just because I don't want to start on a tangent on something else, and then this video is gonna be like 5 days long. That's how long it would be, 5 days. I really just want to eat my salsa and chips, because I'm just staring at it and I can't eat it because I'm talking, and I don't like eating in front of people, and I don't want people to be like, oh my god, she eats chips and salsa weird, or something like that. So I'm gonna end it here. It's raining and the dogs are kind of over me. Probably like, I'm so sick of her talking about her life, but honestly, who cares? Some of y'all actually like listening to me talk. My dogs are being so cute. I'm gonna end it here. It is a beautiful, cold, rainy Monday, and I work in a few hours, so alright, bye y'all.